All right, dancers, please help me in welcoming a very special guest. If you're not new to Dance Marathon and you danced last year, you'll remember last year's beneficiary, Team Joseph. If you are new to Dance Marathon, Team Joseph fights Duchenne muscular dystrophy. It's an amazing cause and one that we had the honor of being a part of last year. So Marissa, Joseph's mom, is here along with Joseph to talk to us about the impact that our fundraising last year has had.
Give them a big round of applause.
I've missed you, Northwestern. It's good to be back. So how long have you been dancing? 24, a long time. I can tell there's heat radiating. It's a little bit smelly in here. That means you're doing the right thing. What an honor it is to be back here with you tonight. Last year when Team Joseph was the beneficiary, I didn't think it could get any better than that. But I'll tell you, coming back here and having been the beneficiary and having a year under our belt and knowing what impact you made for us comes pretty darn close to what we had last year. I flew in last night into Detroit, my home, from Boston. And if any of you, I don't know, we got some Celtics or some Patriots fans in the house. I flew in from Boston and I was at a scientific meeting, and everybody who was leaving and going to St. Louis and to DC and every other destination, their flights were canceled or delayed, and people were renting cars and trying to figure out how they were going to get home. And I kept checking my flight, and it said on time, on time, on time. And I call that the Dance Marathon karma. So we got up early this morning and we drove into Evanston, and we're so happy to be here. I want to tell you a little bit about what your efforts last year did for Team Joseph. So I was in Boston the last 3 days meeting with scientists from all over the world with about 14 other Duchenne-focused organizations. And we were talking about the latest research and how much hope there is for our kids who are battling Duchenne. And the number one thing they said to us is, we can make it go faster and we can find a treatment if we have more money. And that's what you guys did. You made me be able to say to them, tell me what you need and how fast can we make it go, because I have Dance Marathon in my corner. Because of you, I spent more time in Washington doing some advocacy this year. We're making it incredibly crystal clear to the FDA and to our representatives on Capitol Hill that when there is a treatment, that we want it approved quickly, and that the way that they've always done business and what they say is good enough just isn't anymore. And that's because of you guys. Most importantly, what you guys do for me, what you do for the Be Positive Foundation, for Danny did, for the Starlight Foundation, is you guys fund hope. You guys make people who are struggling and fighting battles that are incredibly difficult and that we can't walk away from, you make us feel like we're not alone. And that's more valuable than any dollar that'll show up on the board tonight. So thank you for that. So in the past year, I've had some time to think about what Dance Marathon really is all about to me. And at the end of the day, what I think it's mostly about is creating miracles. Because every effort you put in, every dollar you raised, every time you told the story for Starlight this year, you were paying the price for somebody who couldn't do it for themselves. And let me tell you what I mean by that. If any of you in this room have ever needed a medication as simple as an antibiotic because you had strep throat, you only got that because somebody who came before you had a vision and they paid the price to make it happen. If you are a person of color and you and I can drink from the same drinking fountain and we can eat in the same restaurant, we can only do that because somebody who came before us had a vision and they paid the price for us to do that. If you're a young woman in this tent and you can vote, you can only do that because somebody came before you and they paid the price for you, for your gifts, for your benefits that you enjoy today. And that's what Dance Marathon is. You guys are moving from lives of importance, because every one of you is important, to lives of significance, because you are paying the price for people who can't pay it for themselves. For my Joseph, they need you, and you guys are doing that for them. And that will cause you to leave a legacy. You will impact generations of kids. You are right now with what you did for Team Joseph, what you're doing for Starlight. You will impact generations of people that you will never have the privilege of meeting. And that's what leaving a legacy is all about. And in my mind now, that's what being a Wildcat is all about. So I know it might be hard to believe, but at one point I was a college student. And I kind of remember what it's like. There's studying. If you're a senior, you're worried about getting a job. Some of you, I'm well aware, you're climbing mountains of your own. And you have your own battles you're fighting with yourself or with your family or with loved ones. I know that there are people in this tent who have struggles that are equal to mine. But yet you carved out time and you carved out caring, and you made a commitment to dancing for 30 hours, and that makes you exceptional. And at the end of the day, what I decided what Dance Marathon is mostly about, it's about love. It's about caring, and it's about compassion. It's about doing things for people who can't do them for themselves. And on that note, I want to bring somebody special up who just wants to say hi to you guys, so hold tight. Be patient. He's coming. If this is your first time in the tent, or if you're a freshman, this is Joseph. So Joseph's the namesake for what we do, but he really just represents so many children in Team Joseph's world who need you, but in every other organization who need you. So I want to say this to you. I know you guys are tired, but as you head into the home stretch, we just need you to dig a little bit deeper and to remember that anything important isn't supposed to be easy. It's just supposed to be worth it. And I want to tell you at the end of the day that as much love as we feel from you guys, we feel it back for you. So thank you, Northwestern. We love you, and we can't wait to see what happens tonight in Block 10.